Hello and greetings, my fellow Lundarkians, and welcome to part 2 of the Forsaken Airfield map tour. And if you want to know how to get to Forsaken Airfield, I do have how to get into the Far Territories DLC video, check that out, and through the Far Ridge branch line as well, and then the transfer hub. Watch all those videos, it'll lead you right there. Alright, actually, you did off camera, we did get some charcoal, because I do want to map a lot of this out, and I've actually spent a lot of time since part 1, exploring even more. And it's a very interesting map. There is, other than the airfield, there's only 2 other really, well, let's say 4, because there's a couple fishing huts. The question is, do I want to continue on the road, or do we want to start branching out on the left here? I feel like we're going to branch out a little bit on the left. We will cover everything, and also remember, this is on Pilgrim, so there's going to be a lot more loot than there usually is. Alright. And also remember, this DLC is kind of, I feel, it's sort of in early access, so there's going to be a lot of changes. So we'll revisit everything if we need to. And we kind of came up here. I wanted to check this out a little bit. Temperature-wise, it's only about -5. Let's get up here and do a little bit more charcoal, because how many each did I grab from that 9? That's not bad. Or between each video, I'll probably do a big fire, get a bunch of charcoal for the next bit. It is a big map. There's also a lot of caves as well. Just want to kind of grab this real quick. Nope. Come on, Will. Very windy. Let's get a little bit more of that. Very nice. Now we're getting into a little bit of a light fog. I just want to see if, I was kind of curious if Will could get up here. Yes, okay, we just gotta, you gotta shimmy it a little bit, shimmy. I think you can, I feel like you should be able to. Let's see if we can go up around here, maybe. That was also my wrist, do not pay attention to that. Well, it is rather... Oh, come on, now you're just being silly. Come on. Can get it. Nope. Alright, well, we're just gonna move on then. Not really easily attainable up there. Let's shimmy down. Also, check out our, talking about our current thoughts, impressions, everything. We do have a discussion video about that as well. This video just mostly concerns just the Forsaken Airfield map. What I think we're going to do is we're really going to hug the left side. Charcoaling on occasion. And well, I am going to fix that. Also, for... You just won't get that blur on the sides of the screen. Slightly annoying. And hopefully maybe we'll get to catch some Glimmer fog. I do have a video out. Sorry, self-promotion here. But if you want to check out the Glimmer fog, we do have a video of that as well. But I'm going to have to double check if this is going to be a... Is this a static spawn on our left, or is this, yeah, with the loot refresh, also there's a lot of changes. A lot of content to get to. We do have a deer. As long as you don't touch that, though, you can come back for that later, so we're not going to touch that right now. We're not. We only got to remember, we got a tour, man. Come on. Nothing up on that side, correct? Just want to make sure. Any potential little secret shimmy spots? And do remember, you can't spawn on like Interloper right away. Once you get the DLC, you do have to discover it first. But then you can go back out, get a new save, and then you can spawn in these areas. A little bit rougher. I don't think it's... I think it's definitely doable. I just need to know the map. That is one of the keys as always to Interloper. Okay, so we're still on the road right here. I'm going to drop another charcoal real quick. Let's get a little bit more of that. All right. That road will eventually lead us to the airfield. It is quite a lot. It is quite a far journey. It really did make it feel like quite a travel to the airfield. Keep on keeping on, hugging the left side here. Over here we have a lovely waterfall. That is just divine. Let's see if we can get it down. This is actually probably a good place for charcoaling as well because it kind of goes by height. We can get this real quick. I've got a backpack nearby as well. Oh, unfortunately, it's getting a little bit of a heavy fog. We're in a decent location. I just stopped for the night. Resume in the morning. Hopefully, the weather will be a little better. That is the kind of the problem with doing. One thing you want to get a good tour on in a video. I do reckon doing a custom run. Setting the time. We're doing like Pilgrim Dawn. Setting the time multiplier times 4. Because then you have hours and hours and hours. So we're going down here, still falling back on the road now. When in doubt, bad weather, I would definitely stick to the road. That will get you to shelter, even though the shelter is quite a far bit away. But now we're going to lean into this, because this is one thing that drew me initially was going down here. Because I'm like, hey, can I get down here? But yeah, you can. It's just a little... bit of a curve. It's kind of interesting. Let's just go down here and see. I don't recall seeing nearly cattail down here as well. Not as much cattail as I thought there was going to be. And not a lot of zaplings. And we did notice a backpack earlier. We didn't apparently see the corpse though. Nada. It's kind of interesting because this is on Pilgrim as well. And loot rebalancing. They might change some stuff, so I would hold off on making those loot tables because Hinterland does have a tendency to balance it one day, then getting any feedback, they will completely go the opposite direction. Something we do want to keep an eye on. Alright, we'll come back out the way we came. Probably would be a couple of videos, because I'm really going to take my time on this one. It is a big map. I think the Pleasant Valley tour map did take us quite a while. Now, of course, we can't go back up that way. Now we're going to have to go down this way. And even on Interloper, there is not a lot of life out here. It is very quiet. Even a little spooky even. Though I do believe there is bear. because I heard one. I didn't see him though. So I don't know if I was just imagining it or what, but I'm sure we'll run into him on the channel. There's a couple wolves, but not a whole lot. Luckily, they're not timber wolves as well, because I find that mechanic slightly annoying, other than fun. I go up to our left now eventually. As soon as we find a spot to get up. Oh, I think the fog is lining up a bit. Once again, I do believe small snow drifts. Oh, I'd almost say he could, but not quite close. No. I do like to try Spider-Man a little bit. Once we go down here, you're stuck for a little bit of a haul. We'll test all the sides. At the end of the day, I do really like this map. Viable survivability-wise, yeah, we're going up the bridge. We can't. That road will eventually cross over this bridge. We're just kind of taking the lower route. As in, when we go down here to explore, you will notice not a lot. So far, we had 0 resources at the moment. I could keep going along this way. Let's pin in this one for now. Oh, it's still low visibility. It's getting about nighttime as well. I'm doubling back. We're going back up onto the road where we had previously discovered the road. We're just going back up to that. I might just do another fire during the night. Yeah, we're back on the road. If you just follow this road back again, you will get back to the Junker's Paddock pretty easily. I think there's too much of note from here to there.
This stuff will come in handy.
We'll take the flare. Always remember, you gotta check these visors now. We'll be trying to get out some videos of the mementos, but now that I do believe there are 41, or let's double check that. I'm gonna give you the wrong info. 44 mementos. Well, that's a lot to cover. That's a lot of visors. They're not all in visors either, so it's a little bit of work. Let's keep going down the road. Now this is where the part where you come up to the sign. Which, I go back through it. There we go. Okay, so back. Yeah, this is the road. Apologies, yeah, the fog got me off a little bit. This is the way back. And then we go here. Sign right here to the airfield. We don't want to go there just yet, because if that's the airfield, yeah. And I thought something was a bit off, so that's why I wandered over here. Yeah, so airfield, fork in the road, going down. Let's go back to the left. As we confirm here by the bridge, that's where we were on that side. Always a good thing in the long dark and survival wise. Always want to check roads, things that lead to civilization, power lines. When in doubt, that will get you somewhere. Keep an eye here. Not much on these sides right now. And listen to that lovely wind as well. That's something, right? It's very nice. And we've actually got rose hips over here to our right. A couple. Imagine this would be a static spawn then. I'll get over here a little bit just so we can look down. With that fog, I'm actually not going to attempt that right now because that's not the brightest thing in the world. Very hard to die. I mean, you can die in Pilgrim. It takes a lot of work, though. Got some more on our left. Find a place to bed down tonight. We can go back and double check that, but this is a lot of flat, open area and a heavy fog. That's a big game changer. Actually got... I think that's crows flying overhead, actually. When in doubt, stick to the road, I think. It's a shame we can't map any at the moment. The Forsaken Airfield, you will be doing a lot of walking. It does remind me, they just had some patch notes. Yeah, they redid a lot of settings when you go to the game now. A lot of your settings got defaulted. So if you did like the auto walk, I just don't trust it myself. You have to really enable that on. Okay, so ooh, we actually got... It's lighting up a little bit because we've actually got some fencing over here. And fencing usually does mean civilization. Though this house is kind of burnt down. To be fair. The Surveyor's memory. And we have, it's kind of a lovely outdoor location because I've actually kind of just like this. It's got a fireplace. It's got a working fireplace. No walls or anything, but it's got a working fireplace. So as it is getting a little bit late in the day, and I do want to kind of do some cartography, going back a little bit to where we were before, just because we couldn't really get a good view of it while it was foggy. I think I will leave off this. I'll cut ahead to tomorrow morning. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit early because it's getting close to nightfall, but the fog actually just lit up. I did do some cartography because we're still following the road down here. Now we're over at Surveyor's memory. But if you look directly straight ahead, you've got the airfield, which is been kind of, I do say it's kind of smack dab in the middle of the map a little bit. A good indication. As you see, it's just mountains around all sides, kind of like a forlorn muskeg in a way. We're gonna be heading, I think we're gonna head out to that way direction, just cover that entirety of that, work our way around, and end up in the middle with the good stuff. But yeah, if you want to get Surveyor's memory, just gotta walk right straight across from the airfield. And not too far indeed. Alright, good morning along Darkians. I had a good night, did a little bit of water, but not too much else, just kind of gazing out. Very nice, sun is coming up. I did actually put a little bit too much on the fire because I was going to get some more charcoal. Charcoal, well, we're a little low, but I think we'll be alright. We'll come back for that at some point. But alright, then there's the road. We've covered, basically, we'd follow that road back, then we'll get a Junker's Paddock, and then out of the map. But now we're going to branch off to the right. One thing I do love about this map quite a bit, and I think it actually makes this a tad bit easier in survival mode, is visibility. It's very hard. One of the top things that kills me in Long Dark, and I don't die that often, is getting surprised. Because there's snow drifts, there's dips, going around a corner. Here, 80+% of the map is flat. There is no... Unless you're in a fog or something, I generally, even in a fog, you would see them quite a bit ahead of time. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a doe as well. But we're going to head to the right of this more mountainy area. Get straight in. I think there's a buck at least. I'm sure one of those is a doe. Also hoping to chart the wildlife a little bit in this one as well. Said I heard a bear, but I didn't see him. No reports on moose or anything. It wouldn't be odd if I did see at least one out here. I think we have 2 bucks and a doe. That second one might be a doe as well. The high-end PC improvements are not in yet. Yeah, the roadmap a little bit of a mess. The draw distance is still a little limited, even though I got it cranked to the max. No buck and 2 does. I wonder if I just shot the buck, what would that do to the deer? But what if I just shot one of the doe? Often I find it might be a better idea then. Might have to adjust your plans accordingly then. It's a little too early to see if that's fully implemented yet. After a little while, maybe we'll go up on the left a little bit and then do a little bit of cartography if we can get up there. We're gonna be running into a lot of caves. Birds overhead. The birds are not in this update as well. Actually got some rather high mushroom on the tree over there. Oh no, it looks like it kind of was. Yeah, it just kind of blends right. Yeah, I thought that was an actual tree right there. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Grab those. Working our cooking in the spare time. Started even giving a tour video not to take this as a survival run. Got some more mushrooms over here. I bet I'm gonna try to get up here. That is okay. Well, gotta go up and down. Very weird. Let's see how far up we can get. It's sometimes hit and miss with Will. Like, oh, he almost, now he's up. Oh, there we go. All right. A good spot right there for some cartography. Oh, we got a good area right there. And as you can see, we're starting to branch up to the left here. So let's just see if this is still in effect with the kind of big update. I didn't check. But generally, when you drop a stick, it is always pointing north. And I do believe, well, if its stick is pointing north, then that is north. I'm not going to argue with the stick. We got more natural resources up here. Along Interloper Run, you could use some Old Man Beard lichen for sure. Let's go check over here first, then we'll double back. Remember, the waterfall kind of blocked off this area beforehand. So we're doubling back in a small way. I didn't need more sticks for that next fire. Lots to explore. I do believe we're coming up on a cave to our right, if memory serves. Yeah, you can tell by the different rock formation a little bit that is a cave. And I have been in every cave on this map now, but I don't want to give you a number because I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, I think I know, but I'm not 100% positive. Until we confirm in this tour that I didn't miss one. How old are you? Yeah, we might warm up real quick. And this is an interesting one because I have to check the loot on Nipple. This is called Grip's Cave, and it tells a little bit of a story. A wolf trying to get him, he fought and killed him. And sadly, they did each other in. I grab those. There's just a regular bow that I found. I've not found the variant yet. But thank you. Lovely looking corpse, by the way. Herbal tea, if we get some insomnia, that will actually help quite a bit. It basically negates the sleeping interruption, so nice to have some on hand. Gonna map out Grip's Cave. Okay, so we got a good chunk there. Very nice. So then we'll have to go back out. Well, let's warm up very quickly. Actually, won't be able to warm up really. Well, why don't we just get some tea? Also, you gotta light the torch wheel before you. And it helps. Let's get a quick fire going. When you're kind of in a hurry, we'll use I have like 4 on me.
That did it.
I don't imagine we're doubling back here anytime, so I'm not going to do a ton. And any tea we just want to warm up. I'll just do some rose hip. I'm gonna go willy-nilly on the rose hip because, yeah, I don't think it's too importante to save. Broken wrists and ankles are kind of the norm. Alright, so we are warmed up completely for a little bit. We got a little bit of a buff to being warm. I almost forgot these lovely rose hips, though. And we'll go over here to the, right a little bit just to have a good looky-loo over here. I do believe this is the end of that road. And kind of over to your right, you can't quite see it, but the waterfall will be, that away. Not too much else, just a lot of nothing right there. Get a good view, though. Very nice. We'll pick up the pace a little bit. I know you missed those mushrooms on the left, but we got stuff to do. There are a lot of things for the people that like to live, they don't like, I know a couple streamers and friends of mine, they won't go inside buildings. They just refuse. A lot of nice spots. They'll go in and loot, but then they won't live, they can't live there. We're gonna keep on this side and keep hugging the wall as we go. That's where a majority of the caves are going to be. And generally, Hinterland in his past has put the caves far out enough to you can basically make it from one cave to another. Design-wise. Though with some variation. I just probably stopped burning you so hard, Will. It's alright. Up on our this side. Otherwise, I have something to eat there, buddy. Also, please don't get food poisoning. If you could just not. Beautiful view. And with the mountains in the back, it makes the map look a lot bigger than it actually kind of is. But it's still a fairly chunky map. I would say it's probably... This is about the same size as Pleasant Valley. But it's just so much more open. And flat. It does feel bigger. Which is a nice thing of design. Okay, so we're coming back out to where we were. Yeah, no way to get up there, really. I'd like to try, but maybe we will try. Yeah, some areas you surprise me, Will, and some you just can't get up. It does feel kind of natural to get up here. Yeah, because we can go in the back here, and sadly, there's a whole lot of nothing. I can't get up that rock either, so I'm gonna see if there's anything just hidden. Nope, nope, nope. Sadly enough. Oh, hey! I knew you were out here. I wonder if I could... Oh, no. This is... Insomnia Risk. So do I have, like, insomnia bears now? No wonder they're so angry. Fortunately, apologies for the visibility, but I can't control the weather, unfortunately. We'll just deal with the insomnia. It's not that bad. I've got herbal tea. I'm gonna keep hugging the left here as we can. Going nice and slow. Halfway through the day, though, I figured this would be more of a nighttime thing. Ow. Your wrist again. Bandages, you've got bandages. Just walk it off there, buddy. That's some painkillers. When do we ever take those anyway? Alright. Well, I will have to... So he's a little bit to the side of the airfield. We'll have to follow him at some point. Track him back home. Nice to know there's a decent food source out here. I'm gonna keep hugging these sides. Just to see what we can see. I imagine the insomnia risk is pretty light on Pilgrim. Fortunately, I can't really cartography map at the moment. We're kind of subject to the weather on this one. Right now, we've got some cattail, we got some more mushrooms on the right as well. Now, on Pilgrim, you should never need my bear lichen. Like, you can't aggravate a bear enough to get attacked, if I do remember right. This just kind of ends up on that side. We're just going to keep hugging the wall. Because we don't go through every little, like almost every little section in the middle there, because it's a lot of open field. Not a lot of note. There's a helicopter out there as well. And also the shortwave radio is not in this update as well. I can almost, yes I can. That was a close one. Alright. Ability wise, we're just gonna, we'll head back and double back because I don't think this is a proper area. I think this is just me trying to force myself up here, which is somewhat succeeding. No, this is about as high up as I can go, so we'll double back down. Back to where we were. Oh yeah, it's way slower on. I think about an hour or so went by on Interloper and I had insomnia. This is just kind of a pleasant tickle. Alright, we're still hugging the left. It'll be an interesting map to map because, yeah, this is an interesting, more prevailing weather effect. We got a little area on the left coming up that might be out of the way. Right, it's not really a... Oh yeah, this is the bear cave. You do note that from the bones. So he will be coming back at some point. So this isn't actually a proper cave, but this is his. Explain all the caves I was in earlier, I did not see. I can't discount that there won't be another bear on the map. He's the only one I've seen so far, so he's okay. I do know where he lives now. I'm gonna go up here again. I'm just curious. I want to find stuff that we might not have I've already experienced, and that's oof. Once again, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're just going around this side. Keep going up. I find a nice spot for the night because it's just not great map touring. I'd like to get some cartography and chart our progress as well. Oh, we had a wolf up here. First one I think we've actually seen in quite a while. Just keep going back. And to avoid this is basically underground. And the only underground place I know in this one is the basement in the airfield. Which is quite inconvenient if you're nowhere close to there. I've actually got a rope over here. I did not... I think I know where this spot is. Let's see if we can get a good view going down. Because we were here earlier. Okay, so there's a rope up here. Yes, I do want to... Danger. I don't have it, actually. I forgot I didn't have any spray paint. I need to pick that up, actually. I generally on antelope, but I never pick it up because you don't need it. Okay, so rope over there to get from that cave. I think that's right around the cave area. Will's getting a little sleepy. Now, the 2 ropes I've seen in this area so far really didn't have anything going for them. Why to go up the rope? As far as I can tell so far. Little spot you can maybe get a fire going if you're in an emergency over there too. Now we're about 40%. I do believe that some of the glimmer fog is just something you're going to have to get and then just shake off. I didn't feel like it interrupted my sleep too much, but I did have the herbal tea that one time I got it so far. Am I going to be able to get back up, though? Yeah, because we got a cave over here, so, alright. Some rose hips. It's just that ground looking a little sketchy to me. Alright, so we got another cave. And this is the sudden washout. Looks a little different in the glimmer fog. Now, is this going to go up? I was kind of wondering if I was in an underground, if this is an underground cave, which, I mean, technically it is. Ah, so caves are, that's why there's so many caves. Well, like I'm yelling at him. Alright, grab all that good stuff. But right, ladies and gentlemen, at the sudden washout, we will end here, I believe. Don't think we're going to be anything good visibility-wise. I'll kind of charcoal on what we covered this part of the map tour. Next one, just so we can document, but also charcoal here. It'll kind of keep us up to date on where we are. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if there's anything I missed so far in the area we've covered in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.